I felt it the moment we stepped inside. The music throbbed softly beneath the chatter that rippled through the room, the chandelier scattering light on everyone but me. Claire's fingers slipped from mine almost immediately. No smile, no glance back, just a quiet, practiced release, as though she had been waiting all week to be free. I stood there suddenly, a stranger at my own wife's side. We'd been married 6 years. I knew her laugh, her quirks, the way she hated cilantro but loved spicy food. Yet that night, the woman I saw wasn't mine. She belonged to everyone else. Claire leaned close to her friends, whispered secrets that made them laugh, rested her hand lightly on a man's arm when he spoke, her head tilted just so, her smile too wide, too bright. And I was wallpaper. I wandered toward the corner, staring at my phone like I had something urgent to do, but really I was swallowing the sting of being unseen, of being erased one polite smile at a time. A server passed with a tray and offered me a drink. I nodded, took the glass, but it tasted like nothing. All I could see was Claire, head thrown back, laughing like she hadn't laughed with me in months. I waited 10 minutes, 20, nearly an hour. Not once did she look for me. Not once did she notice me hovering near the edge of her perfect world. Finally, I set my untouched drink down, pushed through the crowd, and stepped outside into the night. The cool air was mercy. I walked to the car, sat behind the wheel, my hands gripping so tight my knuckles turned white. I wanted to leave, to drive away and never come back. But something, hope, maybe, or denial, kept me frozen. Then my phone buzzed. A single message lit the screen. Asterisk, come dot asterisk. My chest leapt, stupid and eager. She noticed. She wanted me. Maybe I had imagined everything. Maybe she had been waiting for me after all. But no, I knew her tone, her shortcuts. This wasn't an invitation. It was a summons. Something cold twisted in my stomach. I shoved the phone into my pocket and walked back to the house. The party still hummed. No one noticed me slip inside, but Claire was gone. She wasn't with her friends or near the drinks. Then I saw her, a flash of her dress moving down the hallway, her phone still in her hand. I followed, quiet, each step heavier than the last. The door at the end of the hall was cracked just enough for me to see. My heart pounded in my ears. Claire stood inside, not alone. The man she had been laughing with earlier was there, too close. Her phone buzzed. She smiled and showed him the screen. "See, he'll come," she said, voice soft, almost amused. My stomach turned. "You sure?" he asked. "Of course," she said, slipping her phone into her purse. "He always does. That's the problem. He'll never leave me. Not until I make him." The room tilted. My breath came ragged and shallow. I should have walked in, should have said something, anything, but I just stood there frozen. Every word a blade cutting deep. I should have screamed. I should have demanded answers, torn apart the lie while it was still in front of me. But I didn't. I froze. My marriage was unraveling right before my eyes, and I just stood there. Her hand brushed his chest. He leaned in closer. That was enough. I turned away before I saw the rest, before the betrayal carved itself too deep into my memory to ever escape. Outside, the night air struck me like a slap. My hands trembled as I fumbled with my keys, somehow managing to start the car. I can't even remember the road I took, just the blur of the road and the sting of tears blinding me. When I got home, the silence swallowed me whole. It was as though the house itself was mocking me. Her words kept replaying in my head. "He'll never leave me. Not until I make him dot asterisk." And that's when it sank in. I wasn't a husband to her anymore. I was an obstacle, a burden to manipulate until she decided she was done with me. The hours dragged by. At 2 a.m, the front door clicked open. Claire stepped inside, shoes dangling from her fingers. She froze when she saw me sitting there in the dark. "James?" she said, startled. You left." I didn't move, didn't speak at first. The silence between us felt like it could crush her. She shifted, her confidence faltering under the weight of my stare. "Why didn't you answer my text?" she asked softly. I laughed bitterly. "Your text. That wasn't for me." Her face went pale. "Don't," I said, my voice almost a whisper. "Don't lie. I heard you. I heard everything." Her lips parted, excuses quivering there, but no sound came, just silence. And somehow the silence hurt worse than any word she could have spoken. Finally, she sat down across from me, tears gathering in her eyes. "James, it's not what you think." My hand slammed against the table, the sharp crack cutting her off. Don't insult me with that. 6 years, Claire." 6 years of love, of trust, and you toss it aside like I never mattered. Her tears spilled freely now, but mine were gone, replaced with something harder, something colder. You know what hurts most. My voice was steady, almost calm. It's not the cheating, not even the lying. It's that you thought I'd stay. You thought you could do this, and I just stay. She broke then, sobbing, but I didn't let her words stop me. I stood, my chair scraping loudly against the floor. You've said enough. She reached for me, desperate, but I stepped back. For the first time, I wasn't the one chasing. That night, I packed a bag. Not everything, just the essentials, just what mattered. When I zipped it shut, she stood in the doorway, her voice breaking. James, please don't go. I stopped my back to her. Then I turned, looked her in the eyes one last time. No, Claire, not this time. You don't get to decide when I stay. And I walked out. The sound of the door closing behind me echoed through my chest. For the first time in months, maybe years, I didn't feel invisible. I didn't feel like furniture in my own life. I felt free.